get here. Your hair clips. Ow! It's okay. It just went in my butt crack. It's fine. I don't need that butt bone. I don't need that bone. I don't need that. Take this off so I look cooler.
It's hot.
Ugh.
I'm hot.
You are hot.
Hot. Good morning.
Oh, I did not know we were on.
Surprise!
I'm like, how long was I just going on?
Who knows?
When I was talking about my butt bone that I just
Oh,
broke?
no. I don't think
Okay.
I did it before then. I think you're
About
good.
you talking about how hot you are.
Yeah, I think you're good. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Andrea is a spirit council medium, and Lindsay is a multidimensional energy healer, helping you hear your shadow self and accelerate your spiritual growth.
Yeah.
Look at the link in our bio.
I thought
for
I
more
did pretty good on
information.
that.
I know you did really good.
Oh, so
Really
good.
Guys, we have one day left until our shadow work class tomorrow, so you've not signed up and you are ready to heal your shit so that you can move forward and stop being stuck in your spiritual growth game. Check that out. Check out the link in our bio.
Yes,
Good morning.
absolutely.
Welcome in.
Good morning.
We have podcasts airing today.
Yep, this is our podcast. I'm Aware Now on Spotify.
Yes, for sure. Check it out.
New episode drops today at 4 p.m.
Yep, Eastern Standard.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Here's us.
Boom, boom.
Here's us running through a field. That's us. We'll be running
That's
through
us.
a field.
There we go.
We usually frolic through meadows of sunflowers while we film. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Something over here is hissing.
Is it your coffee? Is it?
Nope, it's the light.
Oh.
It's the light. All right.
He's
we go.
upset.
Fixed it.
Good morning, guys. Stay a little while. So we're going to be talking about all things spiritual journey today, and getting ready for our shadow work class tomorrow. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
What do you guys want to talk about today? We got past lives. We were talking about talking about past lives. What else? The soul journey. I'm just pulling things out of my butt today. Hey. Good morning.
We're going to talk about incarnation.
Oh yes. Oh, we forgot our gear. I might go get it.
I looked for it. I did not see anything that we could.
You want me to go get it?
Where's it at?
Hi, Craze Kim.
Good morning. Good morning.
In the basement. Want me to go get it?
Are you going to get it?
Yes.
But then we don't have our background.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good morning.
Good morning.
I still want to get it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, am I okay?
Very
Am I
good.
okay? I got this, guys. I got this. Good morning. What's going on? How are you doing today, Kim? Are you excited for tomorrow? Super excited. We're going to wait and just for a few more minutes to see if any of our other tribe members hop on, because we just want to make a small announcement about the class tomorrow. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just talking about our shadow work class that we have tomorrow, going on tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. We're still accepting tuition up until
Oh, sorry. Ow, that's your hand.
11:59 p.m. today.
I'm surprised you didn't find these.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet. Then this is gonna, well, we can just tell you, and then if anyone else hops on, whoops.
Here. Today we're going to be talking about coming down the chute, incarnating into Earth school, all the above. These are your safety goggles for your journey down the chute from the heaven space, what they call the great beyond the veil, and incarnating into what we call Earth plane, Earth school. Is there a problem, honey?
All right.
It's kind of like Boss Baby. Did you guys ever? He's like, okay. Did you guys ever see the movie Boss Baby, like the kids movie? And they're like all hanging out up in the ethers, and then they're like, "It's time to incarnate, kids. You're gonna go down the earth plane." And they're like, so they go down this chute, like it's like a little water slide. And it like spanks them on the butt, and they go down to down the slide out of the clouds, and they end up, "Hey Chris, how's it going? Guess what? We're going down the chute today from the earth." From the ethers to the earth plane. Scuba Stephanie.
Scuba Stephanie. Hold on. What
Like Scuba Steve.
I know. That's why I'm laughing, because it's like, but didn't they have a Scuba Stephanie?
Good morning, Miss Haley.
I can't get it on. We're talking about.
Put your goggles on.
We're talking about incarnation.
Incarnating.
Coming down the chute.
Coming down the chute. About planning this stuff out. Good morning. Good morning, King. I wish my hair would you could show up on this. This looks good.
Oh God, you look like Leah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Does it look good? It's not staying.
Oh my God.
We made a video, and it was. Sorry, I feel like I need to cool you off.
I am like sweating.
We made a video a little while ago, and it was like a voiceover, and it was this guy saying, he's like, "You're going to go to Earth, and you're going to experience all of these things, but he's going to teach you how to come back to yourself, and it's going to blah, blah, blah." And it's like, and the whole time you're like, okay. And like, I assume that's what it's like. Like you have this, you're a soul, and you're like running around in the ethers, and you're like super zealous, and you really, in that moment, you know that you can handle this. And so you put on your scuba gear, and you descend down the chute, and you come down, and you get here, and then you forget everything. And it's all part of the game, which
You're
is
just
like
swimming through life.
Yeah, and you're just swimming along. This is what you wear when you're inside the womb, first of all, to keep you alive. Just keep swimming. You forget everything. You know, they do say. You okay? You're all red. When you're in the womb, you pop in and out. Have you guys ever heard of this? So you don't make your home right away. Your soul jumps out. You're like, I'll come in for a few minutes. It's kind of like putting your feet in, getting a little.
This is gonna pull my hair.
I know. It's so worth it. You put your feet in, you get your toes wet. You're like, okay. You get a feel for it. And you kind of slowly get in a little bit more and more. So, yeah. Guys, make sure you're sharing, liking the live. If you like what you see, tap that screen. I've been wanting to do this for days, so I just finally remembered.
I gotta jump on this bandwagon, and I don't want to.
It's gotta be. You gotta play with the theme.
You know what? I'm a free.
Thank you, Miss Haley.
I'm a free floater.
Put them around your neck. She's just the way you're looking at them. So anyway, I have a cool story. So I have 2 kids, and one of them was 2. The older one was 2 Good morning, Valerie. My older child was a year and a half when I got pregnant with my younger. And my older child would point up at the ceiling and go, "Baby boy, baby boy." And we'd be like, "Where?" And he would point at the ceiling, "Baby boy, baby boy." And we I didn't know then that I was pregnant with a baby boy. But it turns out that my oldest, "Good morning, Nancy. Excited to see you today. I'm not going to be wearing this. Don't worry. Unless you want me to."
Mine does not fit.
Anyway, my oldest would when I was newly pregnant, I think it was even before I actually conceived my youngest, would point up at the ceiling and be like, "Baby boy, I see baby boy." And I found out later that as souls incarnate into the womb, they're coming out and they're taking on this the feet, starting to come into connect with the earth plane, that they do hop in and out. There you go. They hop in and out. It's wear what you want. It's wear what you want day. This is to symbolize. There you go. Wow. It's to symbolize coming down the chute. So coming from the ethers and strapping on your goggles and coming down. I really can't breathe.
This is
Coming
great.
down into the earth plane. Yeah. So that this is like, I love how it makes your whole face like drop. Coming down into the earth plane. That's what we're talking about today. Incarnation.
Hi, Nancy. Right there, I go. Oh my
Ow,
gosh.
it
I'm like,
burns.
oh, you know you're hot when you start steaming up. You start.
Oh my God.
Yes. Sexy baddie here.
so
I'm like
She's so
steaming up
steamy.
these. Coming down the chute.
That's what we call it, though, coming down the chute. And that can, so it's like the big old energetic water slide you take to get from the earth.
I'm like really steaming.
Wow.
I'm like,
Ooh, you need some windshield wipers.
this, guys, right here. Okay, Chris, back me up on this one. This is what happens when you're a channel. Yeah.
You steam things up.
You're hot. You get really hot
Yeah.
all the time.
Steamy.
But when you're like channeling information, like being on here,
Andrea's that kid that didn't like her costume on Halloween.
Chris, comment on my steam here, please.
I want to draw faces in it. You look like a hammerhead shark. So anyway, mediumship is cold sometimes. Oh,
I don't ever get cold.
I think it's you. I think it's you. and the
I
energy.
always get really, really hot whenever I'm like pulling in energy. Thank you,
Oh,
Queen.
there you go.
Look, come on. It ain't that much of a difference in the
You were
heat
hot
in
when we were
here.
getting started. Crown chakra is smoking.
Right. Okay.
Steaming.
All right, I'm done. I'm gonna explode in there.
I should have brought the air tube also.
It's really cool though. Like you can see the difference.
Yeah.
Not that you don't channel, like you channel too.
I don't
but
sweat so much.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Do you have somebody like this chick doesn't sweat? I was telling one of our kids this last night.
I did in Disney World. I did in
Well,
Disney
that
World.
was Disney World.
I sweat in Disney World like I've never sweat
I'd be
before.
sweating too. 'Cause it's like devil getting out of Dodge.
I
down
like
there.
this. It makes my eyebrows go up, so I look very surprised. I'm gonna keep this on here. It's giving me a facelift. I look good. Yeah. Okay.
Is that gonna be your new hat? Just gonna, like that's gonna be your beanie.
I'll just put my hair over it so you can't see it, and then it'll be like my outfit. Oh, look, a little thing popped up on the wall. Anyway, okay, we need to talk
Okay.
about like things, really.
Stay
things,
focused.
real things. So I was
focused.
talking about like incarnating into this life, right? So you come from the ethers. You either like you're a soul coming out of retirement. Nancy does look so surprised.
I know.
I'm
Richie.
surprised to see you here. This actually feels really good. Okay, so you just talk with me here.
I am.
Tell me about what happens. Tell me what happens from the other side.
What do you want to know?
What do you guys want to know about? So, yeah. Talk with me here.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
I was
like-
excited to like talk about this topic mostly because I wanted to wear the scuba gear. Like that's literally only why. So I really
I know, and
we didn't
that's how
plan
you
anything.
get us in these
We didn't plan
situations. So
anything
now
else.
you have to interview me.
Okay. All right, Miss Medium. When you connect with people and beings from the other side, well, actually, you've. I know, right? We just need a tinfoil hat. You can just put that on instead.
No, then I'm gonna cook. I'm like,
Just gonna turn into a baked potato. When you connect with beings from the other side, have you ever connected with somebody who, like, you've connected with babies before they're born, right?
Yes.
You have. Like we connected with Lil Man, with Chris and
not the
Frankie's.
skillet. Yeah, I know, right?
With Chris and Frankie's little guy before he came in. And so we you forget sometimes that like a baby, when you see the baby, that they have all this like remembrance and soul knowledge, and they literally just came from like the other realm where they know all the things and they remember everything. And like then we look at them and we're like, oh, it's just like a dumb little baby. But they have all this like
Did you say dumb little baby?
yeah, this knowledge and wisdom. I'm in a weird place today.
Uninformed, maybe would be a better word.
Uninformed.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they do, right? But there's so much that's like goes into it, like planned before they come in, right? Before any of us come in. Mm-hmm. I had a reading done one time on me long ago. And this woman, she was like going back to me as a little kid. And she just kept saying that I was saying, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. This isn't how I thought it was going to be. There was a lot of like, I'm sure there's got to be like expectation of like, because you're this zealous soul and you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to Earth and I'm going to learn my lessons and I'm going to go. And you get here and you realize that and you're like, oh my God, why did I sign up for this? Like this.
I think I found myself saying that more so definitely as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, what was I doing? You know? But I know that when I do channel babies or do, because I used to do readings for babies before they would come in. Remember, you got one for your friend.
Yeah.
Before we were, yeah. And they're super, super zealous. I think we are all very zealous when we're on that other side. Especially the healers and the way showers and oh my God, they're like, let's do this, right? They're like, yes. And they are so excited. They're like, I know I got all this planned out. I'm going to do this and this and this and this. And I'm going to use that for this and this and that. And then you know, all these things. And I can't say most. A good percentage of babies that I interact with and read, they're like, what the hell was I thinking? What was I thinking? So if you see a meme like that, it for sure has come from somebody's soul remembrance or a medium, because that shit's real. Like, you hear that so many times where they're like, why am I here? Why am I here?
Yeah.
You know?
Why did I do this? Yeah.
And a lot of times,
and because you have that you forget a lot of what you came in with. You forget a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that's like, and then you're looking at what this all looks like and you're like, oh my God. The thing with the erased memories is the part that makes me angry.
Yeah, or what's my purpose? Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is if you, because I'm Nancy, you know why we don't have that, right? Why we lose the memory? Because I can tell you. So okay, so I'm one of those. I was like probably okay. I was like one of those kids that would probably ask like a million questions when I was little. But I didn't realize that I was asking. We could cheat it like, yeah.
So we can experience fully.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because really, so by the time you get to Earth, this really is nothing but a big final exam. To be completely honest, it's just a big final exam. And I think a lot of people, I'm getting newer information, right? Oh my gosh, sorry.
Well, because reality is changing. This hurts.
It is changing, but the more that you grow and evolve and the more that you heal, the more and more information that you start to receive. And that never stops, right? So you could be well seasoned, you know, done your shadow work, up there doing what you're doing, and you're going through another, you just continue to grow and expand. There's so much knowledge that you're integrating and bringing into your body. So, but with incarnation, when I first started going through my awakening, I had the angels walk me back through that. And it was really cool because I used to astral travel quite a bit in the beginning of my awakening. And when I went back and I wanted to see, I'm like, well, what happens like when you come into this lifetime? Because my thing was, especially if you guys have listened to the podcast, my God Day episode, which today's Friday, so our new episode's coming out today.
Yay!
I wanted to know all of these things because I wanted to know why I chose for my mom to die. Like in this life, I'm like, why did I choose to go through that? Why did I choose to have all these things happen? And so I went back into the memories that I had before I had incarnated into this lifetime. And I popped into this black, like, void area. And I started calling on the angels, and I'm like, where am I at? Where am I at? Specifically Archangel Raphael, because he's like stuck to me like glue. Like he never leaves me, which I'm so thankful for. But I'm like, Archangel Raphael, because it was just dark, and he was like, hold tight, beloved, hold tight. All of a sudden, all these what looked like screens, okay, but they weren't TVs, but it was just like a virtual like screen depiction, whatnot, popped up in front of me, and it was like rows of them, and I saw all these like people, and there was a person in each one of these boxes, or like screens, and they were all doing like different things. It was different times and everything, and I was like, what is this? What is this? And he was like, these are your most current past lives. I'm like, he was like, go ahead, pick one. So I was like, okay. I saw this one with this girl. I was always obsessed with those like Western hoop like dresses when I was a little girl. Like I always wanted to be like wear those for like Halloween or just even dress up. You know, the rings, the big hoop dress.
The hoop skirt. Hoop skirt.
So I saw a girl in this yellow dress that looked kind of like that, and she was sitting under this huge oak tree, and I was like, I want that one. I pointed to it, and I was like, pop, and I like popped right in the life, and I was like, holy shit, like, yeah, it was crazy. And so I was like journaling, and then I was like, okay, how do I get out of it? And then all of a sudden it was like, and I like popped right back into where I was at. And I was like, okay, what's the point of this? And he was like, well, this is where you choose where you're choosing what tools and attributes you want to bring with you into your next life. So you sit and review all your most past lives, and you're like, okay, I know I learned this and gained this. I need this one memory. I need that, blah, blah, blah. And you pull it all together. And I'm like, okay. All right. And then all of a sudden I popped back out, and I was in, I call it the courtyard. I know some people may call it something different, but it's like being home. It's this like luscious courtyard. It looks like a courtyard, but there's all these like huge buildings and with pillars and everything like all around. And they're all different. Like you have the Hall of Records, you have, there's all different areas.
Chris calls it the kingdom.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So
Martin.
I left there, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? And it was, Archangel Raphael was like, is there anything you need from the Hall of Records? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. You tell me, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. And I'm like, so I then was like, okay, I started saying goodbye to all my favorite places. And that's when I realized, wow, trees and animals talk back. Everything lights up with energy and like shines and shimmers, and it speaks to you and it goes in you, and it's like you're connected to everything. Like, Lord have mercy if I could just get you all to understand what it feels like to be connected to everything, because we are, okay? Literally just that vibration and like being able to, like, you just connect telepathically and you connect on an energetic level, and your body reads the signals, and it's just, that's just how it is, okay? Like, you're connected to everything. I say body, but you don't really have a body there unless you want a body, but.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So then.
But you can, because you're connected to everything. So you can
create. You do whatever you want.
Create however you want.
Yeah. I've actually played around, like, I would go home, like, in deep meditations, because it was just, you really don't want to leave there, So I would just play, and you can go and think of things, and, like, you just think, you picture it in your head, and it literally appears right in front of you. Like, it literally manifests and appears right in front of you. Crazy. All right, so I left there. I started saying goodbye to, like, my places that I had imprinted on. Still learning more about that, okay? I don't know a whole bunch of why we imprint on things, but I'm still working on that. I went,
thanks, Nancy. Thank you.
I went to go finish getting the approval from the Council of Nine for this life. They're making sure I had everything that I needed, making sure that I had all my contracts in order with the people that I was going to be working with or helping, and so on and so forth and all that. And then you have this big party. You have a going away party. And all of your people, your soul family, your soulmates, the angels, everyone is there, and they're just there to essentially bid you farewell until you come back home, right?
If you guys are new, we're talking about, hold on. We're talking about stories about buckling up and coming down the chute from the great ethers to the earth plane. I took these off and put them on for some of you that missed it. Okay? So this is when you buckle up. You come down to your chute to have earth school. So Andrea's talking on, because Jackie got on. She's like, hey, party people. And I was like, girl, you don't even know. You just got on. It was a party earlier. We both had these on.
I had mine on, but
bit for you too.
I was steaming in mine. Literally had condensation. So
yeah, somebody asked about the Council of Nine too. I think Nancy wanted to know about the Council of Nine. But were you done talking about your story? Like, I love that.
That's pretty much it. And then it's like everything. What I thought was like the coolest part is like when, and you know, it's like the evening, and it's probably just my perception, you know, because so when I read other souls up there, you can kind of choose, like, if you want it to always be dark, it can be dark. If you want it to always be light, it can be light. So for me, I guess because I'm doing this in my conscious mind, there was still like daylight, nighttime, because the sun started to set, and it was like, or it was getting like darker in there. And then all of these things, which would look like lanterns, but they weren't lanterns. And then I thought they were fireflies, and they weren't fireflies. They were just orbs of flames just floating in the air. And you could like make them, you could take them and separate them and multiply them or shrink them or like push them away. Freaking crazy. It's crazy, okay? I know that doesn't really have anything to do with the party, but you bid farewell.
You know how I always talk about how technology mirrors our abilities as spiritual beings?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, I just was seeing like Minecraft and those ones where you get to create your world are like they're like a mirror version of our ability to, on the higher planes, create the world that we want. Like, really, it really is catered to us, like what our soul wants to see and have.
Right.
Just throwing it in there. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I think like when I had this experience, like I already had my twins. They were little. I didn't have my youngest son yet. But there was a space where you could go and you can spend time with like loved ones or those that are coming in with you in this lifetime. But I did not visit that area. I didn't go into that area because that's when I had found out that my mom was one of my spirit guides, because my mom was there. So that was pretty interesting. But then, and then you come into this, the next thing you know, you're coming out of vagina.
A vagina or a stomach, right?
Yeah.
Either way, you're coming
Either way,
out.
you're coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to talk about who the Council of Nine is, or do you think that that's off topic for right now? I gotta fix my scuba hair.
No, I can mention the Council of Nine. So the Council of Nine are very, very highly evolved beings that I always kind of I like to reference them as, they're not like your, I always say it's kind of like your judicial system, right? But it's not no government whatsoever up in there. They're just highly, highly evolved and have experienced enough to be basically like they're your go-tos and your final says in regards to your lifetime that you've chosen and created, your contracts. They're your last stop, they're your last stop. They're your first stop and your last stop, okay? So when you're ready to go, when you're ready to incarnate, okay, when you're ready to go back in and you're ready to do another life, you go visit the Council of Nine with your council, your spirit council. And when you go in to visit the Council of Nine, they ask you like a series of questions. They have you contemplate things. They do life reviews with you. Okay, so these are all of the things, because it's all in the Akashic Records. Everything that's ever existed and happened is there. And they pull it up and they say, okay, these are the things that need to be balanced if you have like karma. These are the things that you're attempting to do in this lifetime. Or if you're a mission being, or if you have like a strong purpose or a mission, then they pull that up and they make sure that everything that you're choosing in this lifetime, because we choose just about everything in our life, is aligned with your purpose and or mission. A lot of times, hold on, sorry. Archangel Raphael is correcting me on something. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. Mission beings have a set of lives already like written out. So it's already charted for the entire mission. And then it can be tweaked as goes. Not all of those lifetimes for that particular mission are here on Earth. They can be in different areas. So yeah. Did I explain that well enough?
I think so.
Was that good enough? Do you need me to clarify anything?
You were explaining like Council of Nine, like all that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just like the way, and I'm sure that there are so many different like interpretations of how these things go down, but I think it's like in general, because everybody has a filter. Anybody that transmits information or wisdom has their own little spin based on their own like life filters. So if you hear it like slightly different, just like take everything with a grain of salt and just take what resonates with you. She said,
Miss
each
Haley,
have a council
no,
of
there
nine.
is one Council of Nine, at least for this sector.
Did you come
within
up with that? Did you read about them somewhere before you met them, or did you just find them on your own?
No,
call them
no,
the
they
Council
showed
of
up
Nine?
and they were introduced to me as the Council of Nine.
Gotcha. So have you researched that at all?
They apparently, yes, Council of Nine they're known as the Council of Nine as
Yeah.
well. I think some others, they may be referred to as the Elders. You might hear them as the Elders, but they're the Council of Nine. And they look as though they are like, I'd say probably 12 to 15 feet tall. They're huge. Very slender and tall, have very long white beards and very long white hair. And super, super, like, grounded.
Do they all show up as male figures to you?
They all show up as, yes, they do.
Gotcha.
And I think that's because the vision aspect starts out... The creation of the divine masculine is the vision. So I believe that is why they all appear in that form. Mm-hmm. But on the other side, there really is no gender. This is just how they appear. Mm-hmm. And they may just appear that way to me because everything is catered and uniquely or unique to you. Okay, so you may go up there and see something different, or they may appear the same way for everyone. Mm-hmm. Like that Hat Man.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I know a lot of people say that that's what the elders look like, the Council of Nine. They're very, very big. They look like wizards. Mm. But almost everyone that you'll see on the other side, unless it's a big part of their mission or their purpose, there really is no... there's no gender. There's no gender on the other side. Everyone is equally balanced between their masculine and their feminine.
And they
unless they choose to show one of the other.
Yeah. And depending on how it shows up to you may be specific to you. Like I've heard people have the archangels come in as either a more masculine or more feminine presence, just depending on the person. And people are like, oh, for me, Gabriel is not Gabriel, it's Gabrielle. And they like show up as more feminine. I feel like a lot of people see Gabriel as more feminine. But they, because there is no gender, but it is, and sometimes it's just the way that they know you'll recognize them, especially if you have like a religious upbringing
Yeah.
and you visualize angels as looking a certain way for a very long time. They're like, oh, we'll show up like this to you so you recognize us.
Yeah, because
You know?
when the archangels show up to me, they don't show up with wings. They're just energy. They're orbs of energy, but they can create form. They'll imprint an image in my mind when they're there. So to show me, like, I have this image in my mind of what Archangel Raphael looks like, what Archangel Michael looks like, so on and so forth. The one archangel that I see mostly with wings is Archangel Michael.
I remember when I started working with the angels, if they would show up for me, it would look very much like an angel you'd see drawn in an old book. And I remember asking, like, why am I seeing them like this? And it was like, the answer was because that's how I recognized them. Because I wouldn't have believed it at the time if I saw something else. I would have second guessed myself. And then as I progressed, that changed. Now I don't know who the heck I'm seeing. I just tell Andrea, like, I don't know who's talking, but somebody's here. I actually go more, I wanted to talk about this yesterday because we were talking about like feeling and when like practicing connecting with spirit and knowing, like we talked about asking for them to show you what it feels like when they're in your energy field. And I wanted to say, because I didn't say it yesterday and I forgot, is that because some people get, you may get, energy comes in through all of our senses. So if you don't see or hear angels or spirit guides or whatever, you can ask for them to show you what it feels like when they're in your energy field. And for me, what that looks like is, you know, when you think about somebody that you know very well that you love, think about, like, it's hard to really put this into, you can't really put it into words, but when you think about your best friend, there's a feeling in your body. When you think about your uncle, there's a feeling in your body. When you think about the mailman, there's a feeling in your body, you know? And sometimes you'll get that feeling right before that person calls. So you'll like start to recognize, like, oh, it's a feeling you get that all of a sudden you're like, oh, so-and-so just popped into my mind. Mm-hmm. Take notice if it comes as a feeling first, because those are energy signatures. Mm-hmm. And I have gotten to a point where when I know a certain energetic being is around, an angel, J-Man, or whoever, I feel an energetic signature, and it feels like I'm on the phone. I'm about to call them on the phone, and so I'm thinking about them. It feels like they just popped into my mind. It feels in my body like I have. Do you guys understand that? Like what I mean? So sometimes it's not about how they look. It's also about how they feel.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's one thing I love about us, like us bringing in that totality, because a lot of times, like, I'll reference things. I try my best to remember to put it in all different like terms in the way that, you know, different gifts and abilities, because I do carry all the clairs. I use all the clairs, but my most predominant ones are my clairvoyance and clairaudience. So I usually say see or hear. And Lindsay's always reminding me, she's like, well, what about feel or automatic downloads? I'm like, yeah, that too.
Smell?
Well, they all for me, they all go hand in hand. They all work together. But you're right. For some, it may just be predominantly, you know, you'll feel it first, or you'll just know that it's there, or you'll just get that sense, you know, so on and so forth.
And it can be through smell too. Some people smell energy.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, the way that I would describe it is like, it's like you smell it, but it's like, is that really there?
This is crazy because this is new for me. That is one clair that I have, but it's so rare. It's so rare that I'll use that, is smell. But lately, I'd say over the past 4 or 5 months, I am smelling this smell around people. It's not all the time. It's just, it'll come and go. And to me, it smells like body odor. But then I'm always like, Lindsay, do you smell that? And Lindsay is like an amazing sense of smell. And she's like, no, I don't smell that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, how do you not smell this? Like, it's so predominant. So I am starting to like, I think I'm on to something. I'm like, I'm smelling something that's on specific people, but I don't know what it is.
Valerie said I smelled slight car exhaust yesterday. When you do too, like sometimes if you're like, I don't know what that is.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you. We just read an article or I don't know where I saw this, about a lady who she was smelling the smell on her husband for like months. And he finally like he got diagnosed with cancer, and they didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but nobody else could smell the smell, and it was driving her crazy. And then she went to like a treatment thing with him, and she's like, everybody smelled like that. And finally realized, and they were like, this lady smells cancer. And this was like some kind of, I don't know if this was on Instagram or if this was like a actual, like a news article. It looked legit, whatever it was. And I don't doubt it at all, because this stuff happens. But she could smell cancer. And so like, they're all like either having a heightened sense of smell to smell like things that other people can't, or energetically, where you really just, it's like I'm not physically, I feel like that with clairvoyance. I'm like, I'm not seeing this with my eyes. What? Being born a polar bear, the cold was refreshing. What? Thank you, big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Big polar bear boy. Like with clairvoyance, as my clairvoyance has come online more, it's like I'm seeing it, but I'm not really seeing it with my eyes. And that's the same with like clairaudience. It's like I'm hearing it, but I'm not really hearing it with my ears. It's like it's still happening. It's still registering in the brain as one of the senses, but you're not really using your physical things to get those senses.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So just if like for anybody who does not like automatically like who doesn't have like, you know, full honing in of their gifts yet, this is what it feels like or it looks like, or yeah. Asia. Hi, Asia. The other day, strong smell of lavender came into the car. Smells like when I make my candles.
I'm going to come to you more. I'm looking something up.
Okay. When I would do healing sessions with people in person, it was really cool because they would, one of the things that I would do is I would try really hard not to have any smells on me. So sometimes I would even like be really careful about like the deodorant that I wore, make sure it wasn't something that was like very strong, because I wanted people to be open during the session to anything that would come in for them. And one of those was smells, and people would be, I remember I did a session, I think on my ex-mother-in-law. So she was very like, she was very closed off with a lot of that. But she was like, so were you like burning incense over me? And I was like, no. And she's like, I swore you were, she's like, it smelled like a Catholic church when they do the incense. She's like, I swore you were like wafting incense around me. And I was like, no, I didn't. Some people would be like, did you hear the birds chirping out the window? What was that? And I'm like, I didn't hear any birds. And so it was really cool to see like people, they didn't know, they weren't trying for this stuff to like come in, and then it would come in. And you know, anybody can do this stuff. It's just that sometimes when we get wrapped up so much in our heads, it's a little bit harder for it to come through because we kind of like block it when we try too hard. So, what you looking for? She's looking for something. So anyway, yeah, energy can come through any of the senses, and if you have not experienced this yet, you have experienced it. You probably just haven't realized it, that's what you're doing.
Martin, you said, okay, you had strong smell of lavender came into the car. The smell was like when I make my candles. I immediately saw very big wings, which is my sign and symbol for archangels, but someone that's on your council, because it's a protection thing. Guidance and protection is when they wrap their wings. So that was my sign for that. So I just looked up which archangel is associated with the smell of lavender, and it's Archangel Uriel. So look that up. Dude, Martin, I'm telling you, bro. Get my hand in here.
Good job.
Thank you. You are like literally on the runway, like about to take off on a big aspect and part of your mission. That's why you had a bunch of like closing out that has taken place in the beginning of this year. Like a lot of things closing out. But there are things that you're holding on to because you've created that in the midst of what you thought was like your growth. And So you're holding tightly onto that. And what they're asking you, they're like, beloved, surrender. Just surrender and know that you're going to be taken care of. Like, this is all going to work out. You have to, like, fully let go, though. Okay? Like, you're on the precipice of, like, you know, sprouting wings of your chrysalis and all of these changes for this new thing to open up for you. And you're like, oh, but I don't want to. It's kind of like that. Take that as you will, but pay close attention, because the signs and symbols that are coming in, they're coming in from the higher ups in your council. Okay? You got a lot of archangels that are working with you and trying to get your attention. So pay close attention to that.
That's awesome.
What did Asia say?
My nonverbal son is sick, and I've been trying to heal him. His mood is better, at least.
Oh,
That's good. I think that, like, with the energies that have been at play the past, like, week or so, kids that are, especially kids that are, like, highly sensitive, are really feeling it.
All of our children are highly sensitive, but we have two that are, like, ultra sensitive, and they both have been having a really,
thank you, Martin,
really hard time.
Yeah, like extra hard time. So especially if your son is like nonverbal, he's most likely going through this because it's part of the energy. And the best thing you can do is just like clear him as much as you can. Like, I just tuned in with him for a minute, and it does seem like his body is kind of in a state of do
you get that he's a transmuter? Do you feel like he sucks stuff in?
I didn't get through that layer. It just felt very like he's very like, there's a lot of just kind of like he's blocking everything out because it's just like overwhelming. And I just was feeling like just whatever you can do to just like show him love, you know? And I know you're doing that already, but just like when you're not in his presence, just like think of like the moment he was born. Think of like the times that you had like this like strong connection with him, and just focus on that feeling. Because that feeling of love is gonna like disarm him.
Yes, like
Care
Bear that shit. Like, and it's funny because what I'm getting is like look him straight in the eyes, but he may not like look at you. You may think, oh no, like look him straight in the eyes and like Care Bear that shit, because that will help calm him down for sure. You're welcome, Martin. We love you. Valerie, could the smell of exhaust have been my dad being driven to another state? What do you mean, Valerie? Like him, like a passing, or like him used to like being a driver? Is that what you mean? My son is very sensitive and has had physical issues like headaches and struggles. Yeah. Yeah. Kylene, I think for him, it mostly, he sucks up energy. He's got to like be able to release it. He probably needs grounding more than the average person, for sure. He's like a real strong crystal child.
And it was Asia with the nonverbal son, right?
Yeah.
Asia, I just want you to know I'm sending like love and comfort to him, because I feel like it's, I just feel like that's what he needs right now. It's just like extra like love and nurturing. And sometimes when it's our kid, it's like hard to do that because they often trigger us, or we're like, I don't have time. I'm doing all these other things. So I just want you to know, because I'm feeling this so strongly, I'm sending like love and healing his way to like help just like calm his, it's like the outer edges of his auric field are just kind of like frozen, I want to say. Like, don't, like, nothing in, nothing out. Like, we're just staying put. And I just feel the need to like disarm that. So I'm just sending him love, like so much love.
Yeah.
Okay. We're here to see both such positive energies and wonderful to listen in. Oh, thank you, Danielle.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you for joining. Welcome to the tribe.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here.
Yes.
We are here Monday through Friday.
Yes, we are. You're welcome, Asia.
Valerie said he moved. So in that case,
I'm gonna hop up for 1 second.
It could be, if that's, I don't know, because would that be something that you would associate with him? Or is that him just like, no, because I'm getting when he's thinking of you or you're thinking of him, then you pop up in each other's mind. It's not really like a smell. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll be the one to know. Like you're gonna be the best to know at this. But for me, energetically, what I'm seeing and getting is that you pick up things like it's kind of like a how do I put this? It's tied to like your premonitions. Like you've always been able to, like you've always had premonitions, knowing that things are going to happen before they happen, or detecting that energy. It could be in real time, but distance and away from you. You do this more than you realize. I think you'll just pick it up and notice it when it's around people that you were close to. He moved from here to California. I knew it was going to happen, but wasn't sure when. See, okay, I don't. All right, I'm just scrolled up. I did not see that, so I don't know if you said that before or after I said that with the premonitions, but that's what I'm talking about, the premonition thing. Danielle, I'm in the process of awakening and trying to connect with my guides. Get it, girl!
Yay!
Okay, let's see. Danielle, for you, I like you should definitely look into automatic writing. I think you'd be really good at that. Asia, my comment didn't show up. He got up at 3 a.m. and painted the walls with poo. Oh my gosh.
That's your son? Oh no.
Oh man. Valerie, negative vibe between us. Yeah. So then is it a protection thing? Pay close attention to that. If you pick up things for like, you'll sense things coming in as like a protective mechanism. That goes back into your past lives, for sure. I think a lot of us that have that, that's like, Wiccan energy, for sure.
Was Asia saying
that is not bad. That's not bad.
Was Asia saying that because she's like, because I was like, I know sometimes when it's your kid, they can be a little triggering, and I don't want to assume anything, but if you're like, he woke up and painted a room with poo, you're probably like, okay, we're going to walk through this. So I will help you. I am sending all that love. So you can just do your mom thing and just be where you need to be. It's okay.
Lindsay said,
I'd love to do healing work for him sometime, Asia.
Yeah.
I would. Keep things that are not
he
there.
is one of those that is like pissed off about being here. He's pissed off about being here. Because he's old soul, like straight up out of retirement type thing. They needed more. He said they needed more souls that do what I do here, so I came because of soul family. But that's about it. He's like, other than that, like
he reminds me a little bit of Marley, like one of our daughters was just texting from school and was like, why are you wearing goggles on your live? And I was like, why are you watching our live and not paying attention?
Why are you doing that and not doing English class?
Exactly, yeah. But anyway, one of our daughters is deaf, and she came in with the ability to unplug from sound if she wants to. And it just suits her personality because there are a lot of times where she's like, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. And so she turns off the world. And I feel like Asia, your son is similar. He's like by being nonverbal, by being like, kind of like, he's kind of like traps himself in his own body. Yeah. And he's like, this is my way of just like doing what I have to do without having to interact with any of you fuckers. For lack of a better word, like of the external reality.
Yeah, my daughter's like straight up 54. Like that's how she acts, and she's very.
They're like an old soul shoved into a body that they're like I'm not really happy to be here, but I'll get this done, and they're like very professional about it. And I feel like that's him too. Like he's very professional. Yeah. Energetically, if that makes sense.
Very sensual though. Very sensual. Very sensual energy. Okay. Hold on. Negative vibe. Okay, already that. Lindsay said, I keep seeing things that are not there. Am I crazy? Well, do you feel like you're crazy? Or is this something that you've always had?
Yeah, has this happened to you before?
I am trying to help him learn that and remembering to heal, clear, send grounding to him.
This was for Kylene.
Can you explain finding and doing that through their own passions?
Say what now? Are you talking to me or an angel?
Helping him by
what was his
relating it to.
She was talking about What did she
First
say?
time being real sensitive
Okay.
and having like physical issues and struggling and stuff.
I forget what she said. He had headaches or something. What was it that she said he was struggling
Yeah,
with?
and I told him he really needs to ground, like really needs to ground. She's trying to help him learn that. But at that age, they like...
How old is he?
Yeah, how old is he? Danielle, automatic writing. It's automatic writing.
Remember that a lot of things that our kids are doing in our
You're welcome,
presence
Valerie.
is mirroring back things that within us that we need to be doing as well. So a lot of times they show you by what they're needing, they show you what you actually need. So make sure that everything that you want him to do, especially if he's kicking and screaming and bucking, do it for yourself. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times this is classic in our house when we have 5 kids all together and we want to go somewhere, it's like a shit show because everybody's like, I need this, I need that. We're like, pack a sandwich, we're going for a picnic. And they're like, I don't know what to pack. And this person's over here. This one's like, when are we leaving? And then this one's like, I can't find my shoes. I can't. And it's like,
then we get in the car and they're like, I can't sit next to this person. I
can't sit next to
Can I please sit in the back?
Yeah.
It's way too loud. It's not enough air. There's too much light. It's like everyone has sensory stuff and it's...
Right. But I've noticed that like the two of us we prepare for that by like we automatically kind of go into a state of like stress mode. And as soon as we do, the rest of them start to fall and shut down. And so it always reminds me like we haven't mastered this yet because I always forget when we're not in it. But they start to feel your stress and then they go into stress. So a lot of times what they're experiencing, what you see them showing up as is a mirror reflection of what you have going on within you. So stop and look at yourself too, especially when you feel overwhelmed. Like I told him to ground. I told him that he doesn't like, if you're like, he doesn't want to do this or he's not into it. He's not understanding. Focus on you. Okay. And you be that light because then their energy is going to follow that. Okay.
He just said, he's currently rubbing his face on my back and pinching my arm fat. Lindsay, yes, but I feel crazy.
I'm sending him so much love.
It's understandable. It's understandable to feel crazy, especially if you don't have anyone to talk about it.
What kinds of things are you seeing is what I would like to know, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have talked about it and you've been shut down, you know? That is understandable. The reason why, we were asking, like, is this, like, a sporadic thing that just popped up? Or has this been happening your whole life and it's just getting stronger? So on and so forth. But for you, for whatever, I feel like you're surrounded by a bunch of people that are not good for you. Like, so I think these things are happening more to, like, because you're in the process of, like, you're starting that process of, like, finding your independence and self-sufficiency and, like, working your way up, but you're still like, but what if I don't want to be alone? I don't want to walk away from all of this, but you're being led to do that. So you really need to pay attention to that. Cause you're in for a huge glow up.
13. He's 13. Yeah, that is, we got one of those. He's over there. He might hear us. Like, don't even know how to. But like the sensory sensitive kids plus age of hormones, it's something else. We'll just leave it at that.
Like moderate to severe sensory.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, writing what comes. Oh, were you asking what is automatic writing? What?
Yeah.
Thank you, Asia.
So,
writing what comes to your head, even if it doesn't make sense.
A good way to do the reason I'm saying this is to do this because if you want to build a relationship with your counsel.
Hi, Erin.
Okay. Or your spirit guides. What you want to do is first you want to like just kind of like ground yourself if you're familiar with that. If not, like go outside, put your feet on the ground. Okay. Put your feet on the ground for a few minutes. Just imagine like the energy rushing through your body into the ground. Get yourself nice. If you can't imagine it or like visualize that, just say to myself, I am grounded and so it is. Okay. Ground yourself, clear yourself out. Then you're going to get a piece of paper and a pen, pencil, whatever. You can even type it if you want. Okay. But you're just going to take some deep breaths. You're going to kind of like calm yourself down. You don't have to worry about your mind racing or anything like that. And you're going to set the intention that you're going to connect with your spirit council. But first and foremost, what you're going to do is put this, and this is for your own psyche, really. It energetically, but for your own psyche as well, is putting protection around yourself, bubbling yourself up so that you are just communicating with your council and your council only. So you can say, I only communicate with those of the white light. And so it is. I only am choosing to communicate with my spirit council. And so it is. Any and all others can leave now. Okay? Something along those lines. It doesn't have to be exactly that. Something to that nature where you are just affirming that you're only talking to your spirit council. And that's it for this conversation. And you're only speaking of those that are from the highest of the white light. And at the end of every statement you make, say, and so it is. Okay? Once you do that, sit down with the pen and paper and you just affirm, I'm ready. I'm ready to receive whatever messages come through. This is the hardest part about all of this, is not to judge what's coming out of your head and not second guessing yourself. You would most likely probably be pretty good at like channeling the more and more you practice this, because you're what's called a stream. So that's probably why your counsel's like telling you to try automatic writing, because you being a stream, information streams through you. So they can communicate with you on that line, and you're able to write that out faster than like the average person. Kind of like Lindsay's like that too. Lindsay can like get
actually work better when I can write as things are coming. They come through me as I write, because it's kind of like opening it's like if you have a cross breeze in your house, and if you don't open the other window, nothing's going to go through. So it's like putting the pen in your hand and getting started. It gives you that, it opens the door for the channel to go through you and on into something. And for me, I like having it be physical is very helpful.
Right.
And I do that with energy. So I relay energy to people, and that works that way too. I use my hands and my mind and my thoughts, but I really do well when I engage my hands, because it opens that channel and helps me flow energy through me, because I'm very physical. So
yeah. So Danielle, do you find that you are like, are you a writer? Do you like to write things down? Are you a big like...
This is Danielle we're talking to, right? Because
Yeah.
Lindsay's also saying some things too about things she's experiencing.
Okay, I'll get to...
Also, like I know, Lindsay, you said I keep searching for help but can't find it. Depending on what it is you're looking for, check out the link in our bio, because we offer a ton of sessions where we do tune in with your spirit council, your energy field, all these things, and we can actually like give you... One of the things that I like love about what we do is that we get to like give people the clarity and the answers that they're looking for, because it comes not from like people's opinions, but from spirit, from your spirit council. Okay, so if you're like, I'm lost, we can help you with that.
Yeah, definitely
so
check
out
out
the link in our bio. Okay, we have a lot of different options, price friendly and all that stuff. So yeah.
Because the goal is here, especially like for you, Lindsay, you know, for anyone, we want to help as much as we can. You know, we can only do so much on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But our goal is always to like teach you so that you can do these things for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, because the last thing we need is people that we're all trying to get out of being dependent, right? We don't need to be dependent. We all have what we need already in us.
We just need somebody sometimes to help us remember who we are. And
it's all right. It's all right, Mama. You just waking up. You're just waking up. It's
normal.
Okay.
This is normal.
It is absolutely normal.
And it's going to get better. It's going to get better. But we were happy to help you.
Yeah.
Danielle said, I love to write things down. There you go.
Yeah. So, because you stream information. So that's why you love to write. You just, So, automatic writing would probably be really good for you.
Yeah.
So then all you do is just start writing. Like you just say, okay, I'm ready. And then you just wait for that information to come in. Now you may get, if you get like, hi, my name's Danielle. Okay. And then you're like, man, no, I'm not getting it. Don't just stay. Okay. Just start writing everything you hear. And then
even if it's gibberish, if it's like
you,
the color purple, the monkeys, the
don't
whatever pops in your mind.
judge what comes out, okay? Don't judge what comes out. I remember when I first started doing automatic writing, I would get, I am that I am. And I'm like, I just made that up. And then it's like, Buffalo Calfwoman. And I'm like, oh shit, that's an Ascended Master. Okay, I probably made that up. And then it's like, greetings, beloved. And then it just goes, just do it. Just go.
Where do these people come from? Stop selling pre-shredded cheese. Make America great again.
That is so cute.
That's very cute.
Thank you for making us laugh.
And goodbye.
Now, Lindsay, there's nothing wrong with you too in the fact of when you're like, I can't, like, I've tried that and nothing comes to me. Automatic rating is not for everyone, okay? It's all in regards to,
You're shredding it, bro.
You're shredding it, bro. You got this. You got this, bro.
That's hilarious.
But like for you, Lindsay, you're very clairvoyant, so you're going to see things. So you are going to get messages like visually, okay? You'll get them through like visions. They could be like little clips playing in your mind, so on and so forth. But you got to move through the fear before you can get to that, because you'll get skewed messages if you're in a state of fear.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say
too,
with the automatic rating, if it helps your brain stay on board, you can also do like question and answer. So like do it really like mundane and like silly at first. Like, what color is the sky? The sky is whatever. And like whatever comes to you. So you can ask. Sometimes that helps me is to ask a question and then write the answer. And a lot of times it starts out as I feel like I'm making up the answer. But as I go, answers come in. And you can ask, you can like set an intention ahead of time. Like Andrea is saying, I'm setting intention that I'm connecting with my counsel, or you can connect with a specific like angel. We have a freebie in our link in our profile to download it's a download with all of the archangels and what all the main archangels and what they specialize in. So if there's something you're wanting to work through, check that list out and pick like one that makes sense. Like if you're trying to like conceive or something, there's like Archangel Gabriel is great with children and all that. So look for one that you will resonate with, and you're more likely, it may help the connection if it's something that they specialize in. So, so definitely check that out. But yeah, do like the Q&A with them, like ask a question and then write out the question, write out the answer. And like, I have conversations on paper. I don't know if anybody remembers the show Ghostwriter from back in the day, but I think that's what I modeled it after when oh, thank you, Martin. Because Ghostwriter was like, they would write out a question and then the ghostwriter would write it. Who the hell knows who this ghost was? Probably like Ouija board shit. But it was a really cool show. And the answer would appear. So it's kind of like the same thing. But you're just kind of setting that intention that the answer is coming from higher beings. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, yeah, definitely try that. In a dream, I visited a friend in hell, but hell is not what we think it is. Oh, I'd be interested to hear like and a lot of people, and that's something that we preach is like hell is a state of mind. It's something that humans create, because outside of this realm, there is no dark sadness, negativity. It just doesn't exist. It's all pure unconditional love. Mm-hmm. So, but we have duality here. We have the ability to connect with the dark and the light, and also be able to experience both, because you get the full experience of life in Earth School.
Thanks. Happy to have you.
Oh, thank you for being here. You get the full experience when you're here, because we have duality. Because it's so, think about if you lived in summer all the time, would you ever appreciate how it feels if you didn't come from winter, the cold, and then see the summer come in? You know, like
or spring. Oh.
Yeah, right?
It is like, yeah.
You wouldn't know the difference, because it would just be the same all the time, and you wouldn't know that it wouldn't feel as special to you. So being able to experience the lows, being able to experience like the dark points, quote unquote,
thank you for the
of our life, help us to then have the experience of the light.
Yeah.
You need the dark to be able to understand the light. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot to
I think a lot of people like,
wow.
I know we say this often on here, especially for our tribe members, our OGs, like you guys, you hear this all the time, but it is so important to repeat. And that is, your perspective and perception is everything. Change your perspective, you'll change your life. Mm-hmm. Okay?
How you see things. Change the way you look at things. The things you look at start to change.
And the reason that is because our minds are a tool. They're not meant to be our sense of self. And when we create that and we believe that we are this suit, we are this, our mind, our thoughts, that is what we are, then it goes rogue. And that's when you start it's creating all of these stories and belief systems in your mind that aren't really real. It's what your mind's creating because it's trying to protect itself. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because it's now working with the ego instead of working with your higher self. And when you create these perceptions of what you believe is, then you're not open to what is actually really happening around you. Does that make sense?
We limit ourselves through our thoughts, believing
Yeah.
that some things are a certain way. And really, like, magic and miracles happen every single day. And so if you close off from believing that those can happen, that things can change in an instant, somebody can heal in an instant, your life can change in an instant, when you kind of say, like, no, I know how it is, this is how it goes, you lose the ability to experience those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to like change? You want to change your life? Commit. Okay, next 7. We're gonna start doing challenges. We're gonna start doing challenges
we
on
should.
here, and y'all we're gonna do these challenges. But for like the next, let's do 72 hours. The next 72 hours, write it on your hand. Don't worry, you're not gonna die eating poisoning. That's such bullcrap when we learned that on the recess playground. It's not true. Write it on your hand, put it on a Post-it note, put it on your phone, write that stuff down, make it your background on your phone, okay? 72 hours.
That's 3 days, right?
Every time
3 days.
you catch your mind telling you a story, or being negative, or trying to protect itself,
Or limiting you, saying, we can't do that.
okay? Challenge yourself to then say, but what if? But what if? Let me give you some examples. And you're like, man, I really feel like shit. I don't want to get up and go to work today. But what if I get up and I have the best day today that I've ever had? What if I meet somebody? What if I find what I'm looking for? What if I run into someone that's going to fix this, to help me fix my problem? Or what if, okay? Man, I have to go to the store, but I don't have enough money. What if I go to the store and I find coupons and stuff's on sale and I get deals and I walk out with exactly what I need? What if? All right? Start challenging your mind to think otherwise, right? To start, because not only is that going to make a difference in your life, but it's also going to bring awareness to how many negative programs and thought processes that are just running autopilot. And it's so vitally important for you to get a hold of this, because you're creating your reality.
Yeah.
All of this is creating your reality. And for those people that are like, well, how did I create this? I didn't say I wanted to get into a car accident. How did I get into a car accident? Because you're on the same frequency and vibration of that happening. You don't have to think, oh, I'm going to get in a car accident. I'm going to get in a car accident. I'm going to get in a car accident. No, you don't have to think that. You keep yourself on that vibration, you're susceptible to anything that's on that vibration.
How do you get off that vibration?
Well, you raise your vibration.
For
those that struggle with raising your vibration, sorry. I was
segueing into the fact that we're hosting a class tomorrow that you guys can still sign up for. Okay. Like, while you're thinking, I was segueing into that.
My mind just, I saw something and I was like, I'm not going to acknowledge that. But, and then, okay, so I'm glad.
But just really quick,
I was going to give like the...
For those of you who don't know, we're hosting our shadow work class tomorrow. There is still time to sign up, and we do have a couple spaces left for our freebie. So when you sign up, you get a free Lingerie Co merch t-shirt. And so when you, like, if you are struggling with this stuff and you're like, I want to remove like a giant chunk of baggage that's keeping me from moving forward, we're hosting this class tomorrow, which is Saturday, September 30th. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's 2 hours, and then it's another 2 hours on next Saturday, October 7th. So, and it's gonna be like a 2-day thing. The first day is gonna be learning about honing in on the beliefs that are keeping you stuck, and then the second class is going to be a giant meditation to rid you of that. Yeah. So, just want to throw that in there.
Yeah. Doing things that you like, being happy. Yep, that'll help raise.
Yeah,
that'll help raise your vibration for sure. It can be hard for people though that if you're like, well, how do I raise my vibration if I don't have anything that I'm happy about or I don't have any passions? Because I've been there. That's a big chunk of like part of your journey as well. People experience that, and therefore that's even more important. Why it's so stinking important to do your shadow work first. People, you will like streamline your awakening and spiritual journey process if you do your shadow work first. Okay, and if you've been on this path for a while, yeah, you learn new things. Yes, you will. Yeah, you will learn new things. You'll learn new modalities, or you'll see things, and like you'll constantly be searching for like your gifts and your abilities, and like, how do I do this and how do I do that, and I'm trying to grow closer, and you'll get a little bit of it, but it can't quite get there. You'll keep going through this circle over and over and over again. If you're not, can you hit that? Thank you. I don't know why it keeps doing that. You'll keep going in circles. You will. And you'll gain a little bit more every time you go around the bend. But it's not until you do the work of healing yourself. Do the shadow work. You do the shadow work first. It's the quickest way through the storm. And then everything is downhill from there. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything you're picking up, you're integrating, and there's way more room for you to integrate that shit.
Mm-hmm. It just becomes easier. Caitlin knows. Caitlin's part of our 6-month coaching program, and she learned what we do in the coaching program. So as opposed to this kind of shorter condensed version, is we teach you how to do this for a lifetime. And this is going to be something that is airing again in later October. We're going to be relaunching our 6-month group coaching program, where we teach you how to not only like understand how the universe is communicating you at all times, to teach you and show you what it is that you need to do next and heal, and the steps you need to follow, but also teaches you, we walk you through how to heal yourself and all the tools you need to do that, so that anything that arises, you know exactly why it's in your life and what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yes, lifetime tools that are seriously will thrive with. Yay!
That's our coaching program. That one is our big boy.
That's our baby, big baby.
And it's
I cannot wait to
from
relaunch
A to Z. Like that's the whole nine.
Yes,
that's the whole nine.
But get started with this one. Like, let's remove something big that is blocking you from moving forward. We have had people do this meditation, and a day later have had complete life changes. In a day, people. So we're going to be doing this in day 2 of this class tomorrow. Day 2, which will be next Saturday. And you also get to connect with people who are going through the same thing as you. And we're going to do like group chat and everything. So you guys get to like connect, compare stories, talk about your experiences, and like help each other, because it takes a village. It takes a village. Yeah. So thank you, Caitlin, for sharing that. Thank you. Guys, don't forget the podcast airs. The new podcast episode, it's called It Will Be Provided, or It Is Provided.
It Is Provided.
I'm like, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's called It Is Provided. It's just inspirational, story plus inspiration to lift your vibe today. So check it out, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be live on Spotify, and my pen doesn't show up.
Harry Potter, your wizard wand.
My wizard wand. I am aware now. I can't point. There we go. I am aware now. Podcast on Spotify. Yay. Yeah. Yay!
All Caitlin said, yes, I swear it's such an opening experience. It's incredible. And Caitlin,
thank you, Caitlin.
Can you chime in, just because one thing we were saying, I know we had a couple of our tribe on here. They were saying, with doing the meditation and the shadow work, like, man, that means I have to open up. And the biggest thing that I think we want to like make sure, and for someone who has done it, you can help affirm this, is that you're not reliving these experiences. You are not reliving these experiences. You are releasing the emotion from them. And it really is kind of like the coolest thing, because I think so many people, hair and God. So many people think that you have to relive, these experiences, but you don't. You see them, but you see them from such a higher perspective. Yeah, Caitlin said, you're definitely not reliving it. It was like a whole new perspective on an experience for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cassie! Cassie. Cassie's going to be in our class tomorrow. We are so excited.
Cassie, you feeling okay? As soon as I saw you and said hi to you, my head started to hurt. And I'm fine. But just sometimes that happens. Like, are you feeling okay today? You have anything head stuff going on, or you just have a lot going on in your head? We'll handle this tomorrow. It might be coming up because you're ready to release this stuff.
An amazing ability that Lindsay has that I'm not envious of.
It comes in quick and it goes quick. So I said in the intention, I'm like, this is feedback and this is information, and then it goes. Yeah, struggling hard. Oh, Cass, I'm sorry. I'm sending you so much love right now. We're sending you so much love. You may be just prepping you may be prepping for tomorrow. Like your energy body knows, like we're going to dive in. And I know you've been through a lot lately. You've been through a lot. So, just let it out. It's good. It's going to be a lot easier after you get it out. We're all going through big upgrades right now. And everybody we want to send everybody love, but like, guys, take a second to send Cassie some love. Send her some love.
Let's lift her up.
She going through a lot. Care Bears stare. Oh, yes, we love you. We're sending so much love. Oh my goodness.
What was I gonna say? For those of you who are signed up for the class tomorrow, be on the lookout for an email that will be coming out by this afternoon with just some information and some stuff to prep you for the class tomorrow. So make sure that you are looking for that.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Haley. Thank you all for sending love to our sweet Cassie girl.
Yes. We got to help each other out, right? We lift each other up and help each other along. Yeah. I always love the saying, we're all walking each other home.
Yeah.
Right? And we're all just coming back home to ourselves. So it's like, and anytime that we can help another tribe member, lift them up and say, come on, I got you, you know, whether physically lifting them up or energetically.
We got you, girl.
We got you.
We got you.
Yeah.
We all got you.
And that's what, like, one of the things that we strive for in this space is just to have a safe space for you guys to, like, explore yourselves, but also to know that you're not alone. And we genuinely care, you know? And everybody in this tribe, like, genuinely cares. Because everybody here is, like, so connected to your hearts and wanting to see, like, change in the world and change in people. And so it's just so beautiful to, like, interact with all of you. We're, like, so grateful to have all of you. And we continue to grow and expand and find more cool people. So all of you new people that got on today, we absolutely are so, like, over the moon that you showed up today. And thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And guys, thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the likes. When you tap that screen, you tell people this is good and then they come.
We make new friends.
We make new friends. We love making new friends. I love like the fact that we get to connect with, like, when we get to know you guys energetically through the screen. And so we have like an energetic vision of what you guys look like on an energetic level. And then we get to work with you guys in person. It's just so cool to see, like, the parts that match up and the parts that's like, wow, oh, your energy looks completely different than what I thought you'd look like, or, you know, like they don't completely match. It's like really cool to see the difference. Yeah. So it's really fun. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have to wrap it up in, like, the next 5 minutes or so. We got some sessions today. We got to prepare get the rest of our stuff together for our class.
Nancy's still on, but I'm ready for you, Nance. I'm excited. Yeah, and we got to prep for our class tomorrow. So we got a lot going on. And guys, don't forget to check out the podcast episode at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. And what else do we have going on? I don't know.
The weekend.
The weekend.
The weekend!
Yay! There she is.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too, Erin. We love you all so much.
This week went by so fast.
It really did.
I'm like, I feel like it was just Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to go.
I know. But we will be back Monday at 10 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. And if you guys want me to wear my scuba gear, I'll wear it.
Yeah. Coming down the chute.
Coming down the chute.
I had to take mine off. It was getting I was getting pretty foggy in there.
For those of you who missed it in the beginning, we were talking about coming down the chute from heaven, from the heavens, what you call heaven, to the earth plane. And we wore goggles to get there. So you may be seeing some more outfits in the future.
Yeah.
We're just trying to spice it up and have a little fun. All right?
Yeah.
If you guys especially,
yeah, I know.
No more painful props, right? If you guys have, our subscribers, you guys have ideas for, like, fun things to do on the live, I want to do, like, a Q&A, something like that, like some kind of, like, trivia thing where we ask questions, something. I'm cooking. But if you have ideas, because I don't know how to do it on the live, message us and let us know, okay? If you have some good ideas. All right? Oh, hi, Best Video.
If you want to.
Do we have to come back after death?
If you want to come back, you come back. You can come back into another life.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. You could wait a millennia to come back. Or you could pop right back into another life. It's all up to your soul and, you know, how much downtime you need and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Free will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all so
All right.
much.
Thank you. We love you all so
Love you
much.
so much. Don't forget to download that freebie if you haven't yet. The angels. There we have
Challenges.
angels.
Yeah, we'll start talking about them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to
I would
check out
say
the
that
freebies
you
in our profile.
probably need help. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Caitlin.
She's on it. And thank you for adding that as a keyword. Okay,
Yeah.
we do not need people talking about killing in here. I don't
God.
think that ever comes up in the
Get it, Caitlin. You're
Yes.
like on it.
on it. Thank you. All right, we're gonna. On that note, we
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
On that note, it's time for the weekend.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so
Martin.
much.
Thank you for the roses.
Thank
We love you guys
you.
so
Thank
much.
you,
Thank
thank
you. I feel like they're all sending roses. I'm like, thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
Woo, and I just hear that.
Yeah, like
We love you guys. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you.
love you. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll talk to you guys on Monday.
Bye.